Okay, so here's the logos of and the experience of all 8 stores that I've been to for fan sale of 2025. I've been through 8 stores, but I am looking for. I'm planning to do a 9th episode sometime, and um, and hopefully that'll go well. So let's start with Walmart. So I did Walmart first in the series because that was pretty much the only store in the store I went to the most at the time. I've done like 5 or 4 videos there, maybe 4, I'm not sure. But I might do a 5th one to like compare the Walmart with like the other stores that I've been to in this series. So Walmart is not a bad store, and they had a pretty good selection for fans, but they might run out soon because summer's actually coming to an end somehow. But anyway, yes. So store number 2 is the Home Depot, and actually, Home Depot is actually a very similar experience to Walmart because they sell similar stuff at Home Depot than Walmart. But Home Depot is actually not the closest store to Walmart. But yeah. And actually, I don't think Walmart is like as much of a hardware store than Home Depot is. But yeah. But for some reason, when I did Home Depot the first time, it was a short and not an actual video. So I did remake that video for a part 2, and that went a lot better. And yes. And stores have and there's some of these stores that are very similar to each other. So the store number 3 is very similar to Home Depot, but it's not the same. This is actually the closest store that's to Home Depot instead of Walmart. This is Lowe's. Lowe's was actually a pretty decent experience. They have a bit more fans than the Home Depot and Walmart, but yeah. So basically, all I experienced there was Utilitech, and Style Selections, and Vornado. Well, mostly Utilitech and Vornado, but that was pretty much it. And Lowe's is actually, like I said, Home Depot and Lowe's are very similar stores. They have like billboards and for like each aisle and all that, and they both also have the exact same ceiling fan display. Except the fans at Home Depot are in the front of the store, rather than in the back of the store like at Lowe's. But yeah, there's Lowe's. But now we're back to the store. Now we're getting to another store. And then for part 4, I got a subscriber's request to do this one, and we're actually doing another store that's pretty much the closest to Walmart, and that is Target. Now, I kind of had a very similar experience to Walmart with Target, but not a whole lot. I mostly experienced Homes, and that's all I really did. And a lot of battery fans, and some of the battery fans at Target, like for example O2 Cool spray bottle fans, they were also sold at Walmart, so that's one of the reasons why Target is the closest store to Walmart. But the O2 Cool misting fans, they were also sold at this store, which is Ace Hardware. So Ace Hardware is actually a pretty good store. It was actually my favorite experience this entire series. I did it for part 5 because they had, not only did they have the sale, but they also had a lot of fans being used around the store. And yes. And then I experienced this new brand from Ace Hardware. It's called Perfect Air, or I used to call it 9Q, but it's not 9Q anymore. It's Perfect Air. But yes. And I was actually excited for this store I had success with the store. But for number 6 is, of course, Sam's Club, which was a decent experience, but they didn't actually have as much fans as the other 4 stores, or the other 5 stores that there was. I guess at Sam's Club, there were like maybe 5 or 6 fans, not sure. But Sam's Club, they had a pretty decent amount of fans for 2025. And then we got the store that's pretty much the exact same store as Sam's Club. And that store is Costco. And just like Sam's Club, Costco also had almost the same amount of fans for 2025. And actually, I actually did buy a fan from Costco. It was the Wuzu fan. It was for $28.99. And it's now $41.99. So, and the Wuzu fan that was at Sam's Club, that was actually $44.99. So it was $45. And actually, Target was also selling Wuzu fans, but they were way more expensive. One was $50, and the other one was $70. But yeah. But yeah, Costco has some pretty reasonable has a pretty reasonable amount for fans. But Costco had stopped selling the Lasco Windstorm. It was the pedestal fan that it was pretty much the last pedestal fan that Lasco made. I'm not sure if it was the Windstorm or the Whisper Force that was sold at Sam's Club. But yeah, if you don't know, the Lasco Windstorm is a 10-blade pedestal fan. Design. It's a horrible fan though. It makes a vibration noise when it's on the lower settings. The Whisper Force that's sold at Sam's Club, it is equal quiet and it slows down pretty well. But yeah, and then Home Depot is of course just the regular Cyclone, the black Cyclone. But anyway, the last store that we are checking out, that I've done, is CVS Pharmacy. CVS Pharmacy was not great because they only had like 3 fans in stock, and I tried to make the video as long as I could, but it was still short. Hopefully my 9th episode will be better. A subscriber's request to do Family Dollar, and hopefully we'll have a lot more fans than just 3 fans. They only have like 3 fans in stock, but yeah, so anyway, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Peace.